Hello model railroad fans. This box claims to have a Walther's 50-foot boxcar inside, but actually it's got something a little bit more exciting. So stay tuned for 1 second and I will be right back. Alright, well thanks for sticking through that quick introduction, and as always I would like to welcome you to Vintage Road and Rail. And at the outset I said that this was a box for a 50-foot boxcar, and as you can see here by Walther's, but that is not what this is. Now obviously if you've clicked on this video you already know what's in there because it's in the title, but what this is a GG1 by AHM and Spirit of 76 colors. So before we open it up, well actually you know what, let's go ahead and open it up, and while I'm doing that I'll talk a little bit more about where I got this. So as I'm opening it, I got this for not necessarily my birthday, but the day we celebrated my birthday is when I picked this up. And if you haven't watched that video, I'll post it up in the corner somewhere, somewhere along there, so you can check that out. Alright, but this is it inside, and we're going to just fold it open and get a closer look here. When I saw this in the glass case they had up there, it was actually two of these, I was really excited. I've never been honestly the biggest fan of the GG1s. A lot of people do, but I didn't quite get it, but when I saw this I kind of got it. So this is the GG1, and we're just going to straighten it up here and we're just going to get a look at it like this for a moment. And it's Conrail, and its number is 4800, and you can see the 76 here, and we got our Liberty Bell. And we're going to take a closer look in a second, but once we get a closer look we're going to run it around my on my train table here a little bit, and then we're going to pull a few items behind it. And I decided to pull some cars that I got on my the day we celebrated my birthday. So we're going to go with this car by Bachmann, this Model Power, another Model Power, and this is just a happy accident that I got these the same day. My daughter got this for me, this Spirit of 76 bay window caboose. So we'll open those up after we take a look at that locomotive here. Alright, well I'm sure you're tired of hearing me yap about something that has nothing to do with this locomotive, so let's go ahead and take it out and get a closer look here. So we're going to set this box off to the side and bring it up a little closer. Alright, so here is the front, and we've got little stars just all over the place. We've got our American Eagle, and we've got 76 here. And as I said, it's Conrail, it's a 4800. Now I'm not sure if a locomotive that looked like this was actually ever on the rails in real life. If anybody knows, please let me know. That would be something interesting to know. Alright, so we've got some molded in detail here, some little steps for a ladder, and we got some windows, so everything's looking good. On the top, now like I said, I'm not the most knowledgeable about the GG1, so I hope you can pick this up. It's not getting too dark here, but I'm not sure what this is called, but it picks up your electricity, and these work really well. If you pop this up, they just spring straight up, and they're nice and springy, and it's like that on both sides. So well, this one doesn't pop up quite as well, but it's still, and it's not quite as springy, but it's still in great shape. So let's go ahead and put these down. I don't know, I got my hand all in the way. There we go. And I'm going to leave these down for the duration of the video because I just don't want them to get damaged. Now because it looks identical, I'm not sure which is front and which is back. This side has the coupler on it, and this side, I didn't realize it at the time I got it, is missing the coupler, but that's not that big of a deal. And if we move this over, and I apologize for this camera angle, I'm experimenting with a different way of shooting my videos, And here is the other side, pretty much identical to the first side. Alright, and if we flip this over, and let me see if I can zoom this in. Let me see if it does it. Yeah, it says it on both sides. Alright, so right there you can see where it says AHM, but it's made by Rivarossi. Now one thing that did kind of surprise me is that this is the drive wheels, but these are free rolling. So it's only going to be either pushing or pulling depending on which direction you're going from right here. Alright, so that is a relatively quick look at this beautiful GG1. It looks really, really good. Like I said, I was not the biggest fan of GG1s until I saw this. But this I'm really impressed with. So let's set this aside. And we're just going to unbox the caboose since it's in Spirit of 76 colors. And this is made by PMI. It's a company actually I've never heard of before. So let's go ahead and crack this open. And once we do that and take a look at this caboose, I'll stop the video and open the rest of them. And then we'll get a little bit of footage of everything running around the track here. Alright, and I guess the plastic decided it wanted to come off. And let's see if I can get this out without tearing everything up. Almost got it. There we go. Alright, and here it is, made by PMI. Looks really good on the side. Top looks great. Make sure I stay in focus here. And let's look at the bottom. So we've got both of our couplers. They're horn hook, and it was horn hook on the locomotive. So, and I'm not used to this angle, so I'm getting my hands all in the way. I apologize for that. And I think the light's a bit insufficient, so I'll have to work on that. And here is this side. Here is one end. This end looks like I need to straighten out a little bit. Ah, okay. Might need just a drop of glue to hold that in place. Alright, so that is the PMI Spirit of 76 caboose. Alright, so let's bring the GG1 back in. And caboose. Alright. Get that in frame. Alright, so there's our AHM GG1 and our PMI caboose. So I'm going to stop the video right here, and I'm going to go ahead and put this rascal on the track, and we'll give it a run around. Then we'll put these cars on the track and see how well it can pull those and how it looks. Just running it as like a train set. Alright, so stay tight, I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. Took a moment to get this GG1 loaded up on the track, and it's about as complicated as a steam locomotive. There's so many wheels, and they all kind of want to move in different directions. So didn't take too long, but it was definitely a little bit more challenging than your typical locomotive. Alright, and over here I have already got off on this little siding the Bachmann Dynamite car, the Model Power Domino Sugar, and then we have our Model Power Olympia beer, and here's our PMI Bayside caboose. So these last three, the caboose and these two cars, I'm getting out of focus, one of my daughters bought for my birthday, and this one I picked up when we celebrated my birthday at the same time as I got this on my little shopping spree. Alright, so enough of that. So I've got this hooked up to my Bachmann Easy Command DCC controller. I was going to use a standard DC controller, but by hooking it up this way, I'm able to show that our front light is working perfectly, and so does our backlight. So they're both working really well, and I keep going out of focus. Alright, so I'm going to walk over here and give this a little bit of power, and we're just going to let this meander around the track a couple of times. It's running beautifully. It was not a surprise to me that this ran. They tested it for me at the hobby shop, train store I bought it at. They actually had two of these. This one was the better of the two. The other one seemed to be in need of a bit more of a cleaning. I'm pretty sure it ran just as well, but I figured I may as well go with the one that needed a little less work. Alright, so let's bring this on around here, and we'll bring it to a stop. Alright, and let's throw our switch, and let's back up, hit reverse, and hook up to these cars. Let's go forward, and just pull her out of the station, if you will. Uh-oh. Let's see, I'm on a bit of a angle there. Alright. Yeah. It's a bit of a sharp angle, so that's probably why I missed. Alright, so let's bring that around. Get it back on forward. And you can see we've got a pretty good, I guess, an articulation, if you will. Probably normal with these 18-inch curves. Alright, so let's come on out of here. Let's do it nice and slow. And let's just have a nice slow speed so we don't derail anything. But I don't know about you, but I think that's a beautiful looking engine or locomotive. And I don't know the backstory of the GG1s much, but my understanding is that they had to use electric locomotives to bring, I don't know if it's passenger cars or what, or maybe even some freight into certain areas. Might behoove me to look that up a little bit since I'm so impressed with this locomotive. Looking really, really good though. Running nice and smooth too. Somebody obviously took good care of it. Tell you what, let's pick it up a little bit. And I'm going to back up here. Make sure I'm not falling over nothing. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our AHM GG1 Spirit of 76 locomotive. Two 50-foot boxcars, one 40-foot, and a Spirit of 76 bay window caboose. So let's come back around here, and let's catch it coming back around. That Bachman car keeps wanting to come loose. Let's get a little bit close-up view of it here. That is beautiful. Alright, well, that is the look at the GG1. Beautiful locomotive. Certainly glad I picked it up. That is definitely not a mistake. Alright, well, if you enjoyed this video, hopefully you'll hit that like button and subscribe. My next video I'm going to put out in a couple of days is going to be something a little bit special, or at least to me anyway. So hit that notification bell so you'll be alerted as to when I put that up. Alright, well again, thank you very much for joining me, and happy model railroading.